Prime Minister Narendra Modi's response to the motion of thanks on the President's address was overtaken by angry protests from the opposition as he mentioned farmers. The Congress, after a huge altercation, walked out shortly after the Prime Minister said the slogan shouting was a planned strategy to drown out reason and hide the truth. The protest started as the Prime Minister, after speaking of COVID-19, switched to farm laws, saying this government and the Parliament respects farmers and will always continue to respect them. Moving on to the next news, Congress's Priyanka Gandhi Vadra at a farmers meeting in Uttar Pradesh Saharanpur today said farmers have made the country Atmanirbhar, but they are being made to suffer through the new farm laws. They call the farmers anti-national, but in reality it is them who are anti-national, she said. They call farmers agitators, extremists and terrorists. They doubt the farmers, but the heart of the farmer can never be against the nation. The farmer's heart, his work itself is for the land. Farmers work day and night on the land. How can they betray the nation? The AICC General Secretary added. The Prime Minister had time to go to Pakistan, he had time to go to China, but he did not have time to visit the bordering areas of his own constituency and meet farmers, the Congress leader said, stressing that it was the farmers who had voted for him. Moving on to the next news, the Washington Post reported that key evidence against a group of activists and intellectuals who have been arrested in the Bhima Koregaon case was planted using malware on a laptop seized by police, a new forensics report has found. An attacker used malware to infiltrate a laptop belonging to activist Rona Wilson before his arrest and deposited at least 10 incriminating letters on his computer, the report by Arsenal Consulting, a United States digital forensics firm, has found. A letter claimed by police that was written by Wilson to a Maoist militant discussing the need for guns and ammunition and urging the banned group to assassinate Prime Minister Narendra Modi was also amongst the letters planted. The letters had been planted in a hidden folder on Wilson's laptop, the report has found. Moving on to the next news, after the Indian government asked it to block 1,178 accounts for allegedly spreading misinformation on the farmers' protest and provocative content, microblogging website Twitter today said that the orders were inconsistent with the Indian law and that for some accounts it would restrict access within India instead of an outright ban. In a blog that explained the steps taken by the social media giant, Twitter noted that the values that underpin the open internet and free expression are increasingly under threat around the world. Government sources in an escalating confrontation say Twitter has to comply with the law of land and warn of action. Twitter in its blog post said, "We have withheld a portion of accounts identified in the blocking orders under our country withheld content policy within India only. These accounts continue to be available outside of India. Because we do not believe that the actions we have been directed to take are consistent with Indian law and in keeping with our principles of defending protected speech and freedom of expression, we have not taken any action on accounts that consist of news media entities, journalists, activists and politicians. To do so, we believe, would violate their fundamental right to free expression under Indian law," it said. Moving on to the next news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said India has to be self-reliant to cement her place in the new world order that will emerge after COVID-19. India, he said, is at a turning point owing to her handling of the coronavirus crisis and the global community's awareness about it. Many felt that if India cannot manage it, then the world is doomed, but we overcame this crisis, he said in his reply to the motion of thanks on the President's address. While major powers were not being able to handle the COVID-19 crisis, India stood strong. India led the way. The world got a glimpse of how India managed the COVID-19 pandemic, rose to the occasion, and not only overcame a crisis being self-reliant, but also helped nations across the world, he said, adding, "This is the turning point."
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.